It's Kendra with Virgo's Alchemy. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I have something really special I want to share with you guys. It is the unboxing of my very first Neo Blythe. I am so excited to be able to finally share this, a moment with you guys. I've been trying to hold out for a original Kenner, vintage Kenner doll. But those dolls are super hard to find and I didn't want to get scammed, so I went the easier, safer route and decided to place an order with Junie online shop. I went with the Flower Girl of Happiness, so she's a really beautiful doll. This is a review video, guys, and I try to keep things real with everybody and I'm very honest, so I'm going to be sharing the good, the bad, and the ugly when it came to my overall experience. But I'm just grateful that I've had the opportunity to finally get one of these dolls in my hands. Yeah, let's get into the unboxing video. And again, thank you for sticking around. I know I've been away for a while on my channel, but I have got some really cool, exciting new content coming up soon based on your messages from Instagram and through my website. So I'm hoping to address some of those things that you guys have been asking me about. Mainly regarding using molds and also, of course, eye making in general. So yeah, I'm looking forward to sharing with you guys again. And so yeah, thanks again for being here. Appreciate it. And here is where, unfortunately, things started to fall apart a little. So I started noticing there was a lot of defective areas on the doll's legs. I end up not finding anything wrong with the upper body, but the legs were pretty loaded with a lot of blemishes and just unsightly marks and areas where it appears that the internal mechanism that they use for their, like, the armature was protruding through the legs and like pinching the plastic and just making it look pretty bad. It kind of reminded me of when I was younger. I used to play with Barbies pretty obsessively, and I recall having something similar happening over time with those dolls. I don't remember ever buying a doll straight out of the box and finding these issues, but over time, wear and tear, moving the bodies, because the body style is kind of similar to those Barbies. The wire, which is used inside of the doll legs, would start to like poke out and protrude, and at that point in time, you kind of just continued to play with the doll until it got so bad that you would just throw it away. It wasn't, something that you would find normally just, there. It was something that happened over time, with wear and tear and stuff like that. So I was very surprised with the amount of protective measures that were taken by the manufacturer, that they would allow this kind of thing to get past their QC, especially being a higher end collectible doll. So it was a little bit disheartening for me. First, the first thing that I noticed that I actually prefer the AliExpress, dolls over the Blythe would definitely be the body style. I personally just prefer the harder, rigid plastics, the A-zone bodies, the Obitsu style bodies, the more articulated bodies. They're easier to dress, customize, and you obviously have more control over the position and stuff. This is the genuine, Blythe doll body. So I'm not saying, you can't really compare apples to oranges, but for preference purposes and, just based on my own opinion, because I'm certainly no authority on this, but just personal preference, I do prefer the other style bodies. But the one thing that I do prefer the Blythe over the AliExpress dolls is the stock face. The actual face of the Blythe, I think, is just gorgeous, and I do prefer that immensely over the other dolls. The differences are very, very minuscule, but they're enough to where you can definitely see the difference and appreciate, the look of the genuine Blythe. But everything worked really well. Everything felt, comparatively, as far as quality is concerned, you can tell, there's a good quality at work here in terms of everything else. The face is just beautiful. I really just love her face. Here is where things started getting even worse for me, though. Like I said, I continuously found more and more problems with the legs, more and more, areas that were just really ugly, and visually, to me, it takes away from the doll. She'll never be able to be in short socks, because I wouldn't want to take photos of her with these marks all over her legs. And so I did reach out to Junie Moon. I'm sure they're great people over there, and please, understand I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I really did not appreciate how they handled the situation. But I'm sure they have their policy they have to follow. But they kind of threw me to the wolves, told me I needed to go straight to their manufacturer, Good Smile Company. And to me, I felt, well, I ordered the doll through you. This is your manufacturer, and I'm showing you evidence that there's problems here with the doll, the doll. I just felt that they could have done a little more for me as a customer, especially a first-time customer. But needless to say, I did reach out to the Good Smile Company. They did get back to me, both of them did, relatively quick, which I appreciated, but
their response really threw me for a loop. They basically tried to say that these marks all over the legs were features, and they're common features that exist on all of their inventory. And I just was like, wow, okay, you know, and maybe it is. You know, this is the first Blythe I've ever owned, so you know, maybe it is. I'm not saying it's, you know, not. But just be aware if you buy a Blythe and you're new to the dolls like I am, that this might be an issue for you as well. So yeah, you know, overall, again, I'm very happy, very pleased. She's a beautiful doll. Her hair is definitely in need of some serious work, but I'm probably going to just switch out her eyelashes and give her some new eye chips and leave her as is, because she is really a beautiful doll. So thanks so much for watching this unboxing and review. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll be in touch again soon. Bye.